what's going on? Awesome party peeps. It's Dr. Sonia here with Jump First. Today we're talking about reading the room. Okay, so today's topic is read the room, and we're going to be talking about this related to your courses specifically, but this can be applied to anything really. But this is especially when you are teaching your courses, whether they be online or face to face. That's what we talk about across this channel. Premium courses, how to build those out, package them, sell them, okay, and pre-sell them, pro tip, and all of those awesome things so that you can get your message out into the world, because you're not supposed to stay local, you're supposed to be global. Okay, so how do you build premium courses? How do you build luxury mentorship and coaching brands? We get into that on this channel. If that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification, so you know when more episodes like this drop and we can hang out live. I'm super excited for y'all to be here. Let me know also in the chat, say hi, okay? Because I can't see y'all, but also let me know where you're watching from or what time it is or where you are watching from. I always like to see the global reach of these episodes. Now let's talk about reading the room real quick. So growing up, teaching, I told you I've been, well, if you're new here, then you don't know this, but if you're returning, welcome back. All right. For my folks who have been watching for a while, you know that I've been teaching for a long time. And I tell my story very often about how I grew up in service, church, all of those places. And so I remember, like, when I was younger, my mom would say, if you want someone to know what it is that you're talking about, or you want someone to learn from you in leadership positions, in teaching positions, sometimes you're going to have to modify what it is that you are saying so that someone can get it and hear it in a different way. And so, pro tip for you, all right, in your courses, in your paid group specifically. Now, you can't control the free stuff. So if you're putting out content, free value, and I don't like to say free value sometimes, because just like the word courses, it's been watered down. People view it a certain way. But the way that you put out the free content that you're putting out, the value that you're providing, if you do it the right way, it's positioning your authority, it's positioning your expertise anyway. Okay, so it's not just you putting out a whole bunch of information and flooding these internet streets. We already got enough, all right, of just random information or people just throwing things out that they heard from somewhere else but haven't fact checked or validated it. I did another episode on that. I'll link it somewhere above my head, all right, so that you can watch it after this one. But the type of value pro tip for your courses that you're putting out, it should be positioning your authority, it should be positioning your expertise. You can't control what people come to consume that content. However, if you do it the right way, you are ultimately attracting the people that you want to come into your courses and programs. Does that make sense? So while you're attracting the people that you want to come into your courses and programs, you may also be attracting people that don't necessarily fit your courses and programs, and that's absolutely okay. What I like about premium courses, paid coaching, and mentorship is that inside of those communities, there are people who want to hear what it is that you have to say, and you can like guarantee that because they have paid to be there. And so you get to modify what it is that you're talking about and say it in different ways so that they really grasp it, understand it, and are able to apply it. I can't tell you how many times I've been in groups or mentorship coaching programs. Now, I don't have a problem because I love to teach. I have no problem speaking up, asking questions, all right, about things that I need to know because I need to know so that I'm able to apply it going forward. I got to get what I need to get. What did Denzel say? I'm leaving here with something. All right. I need to get what I need to get so that I can move myself forward. I can move my business forward. So I'm not shy about asking questions, but there are a lot of high performers and overachievers, as they call us, who are. And there are communities out there who do not necessarily support or have an inviting space. Okay. And I've been in those kinds of communities where the space is just not inviting for questions or for people to get what it is that they need to truly move themselves forward. And so with that being said, I want you to make sure that the spaces that you are cultivating for the people that you want to come into your programs, your courses, your luxury coaching and mentorship programs, make sure that that space is one that promotes inclusivity, but also promotes questions, all right? Promotes and prompts your people to ask questions so that they can actually get what it is that they came for, apply it, and move forward. And related to today's topic with read the room, that's exactly it. You as a teacher should always know where your students are. So you should be able to feel or to kind of sense if there's someone who has a question who isn't asking it, right? Or if there's someone who's not quite getting the concepts that you are teaching, or maybe they're tired tired of moving forward or using the things that you're telling them to use, and they need a different method. Maybe they're a little bored, okay, with how you're showing up, how you're teaching. And so with that being said, like, it's something that you're able to mix up if you have the awareness to go, okay, I see my people, I'm reading the room. I know, this person over here or this group over here may not be catching this concept. I know that this group over here may be getting a little bored. And so it's mixing up, and this is why it's so important to mix up the methodology, like the way that you're actually teaching your courses, presenting your courses. This happened also today in my spin class. It was so fun. I love that class. It's a rhythm ride class. And basically the instructor was like, all right, I know y'all are tired. So let me skip to this next track, right? To kind of bring the energy back into the room. Or she started mixing up her playlist. So even though she came in there prepared, even though she came in there like, this is what we're going to do, she mixed it up based on the feedback that she was getting from the room, from the students in the class. And so I want to pass that on to you as a pro tip for your courses. You as the instructor, as a teacher, you as the mentor, as a coach, as a guide, you always have to be mindful about where your students currently are and paying attention to how they're flowing through your courses. And this is why with premium courses, I always say, don't set it and forget it. All right, like show up for your people, actually teach the course at least the first time and second time. That's a pro tip. Teach live the first time and second time so you can really get a good gauge as to how students are flowing through your programs and courses. And then from there, you can start to put pieces of it on autopilot where you don't have to show up for some of the concepts that you're teaching, right? You can start to refer in your live sessions. I'm a proponent of premium courses having live sessions. It depends on you and how you want to show up, as well as the people that you're enrolling, how often those things happen. So I have some students who do it once a month, some on a bi-weekly basis, which works very well for us. And then some folks do it on a weekly basis. It just depends on, what it is that you are offering. Your fave Hazel, hello Hazel K, says just joined. You're great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that energy. Sending it back at you as well. Nil, hello. It's great to see y'all, and I really appreciate y'all. If you're new here, stick around for a while. Why not? All right, we talk all things premium courses, whether online or face-to-face, how to package what you know and get it out to the world, okay, globally, because you're not supposed to stay local. If that interests you, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like button, bell notification, so you know when new episodes like this drop, but also at least hit that like button so we can continue to spread this positivity. We also talk all things entrepreneurship and just like regular life stuff, okay, because we are human and we all need each other. And so I just like to hop on and bring some positivity, and I appreciate the community that we are building here because you guys inspire me back. So I appreciate y'all. That's all I have for today. Again, read the room when you're teaching your online courses, when you're teaching even face-to-face, however it is that you are packaging your services and products, pay attention to how your audience is receiving those things. All right, a good teacher, a great teacher always knows where his or her students are in the process, and then you can adjust or modify as necessary so that your students get the most out of what it is that you're bringing to the table. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you're interested in learning more about how to package your knowledge, your wisdom, your expertise into the format of courses, luxury mentorship and coaching programs, there you go. I might need another cup of coffee today. Then you can get started at jumpfirstacademy.org. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the new subs. Hello. Welcome to the Jump First Academy YouTube family. I appreciate y'all. Again, jumpfirstacademy.org is where you want to go to get started. Free 30-minute training over there. It can take less than 30 minutes depending on how you go through it. It's no fluff, and there are implementation resources that you can utilize as you go through the training, because again, as I said earlier in this episode, I don't want to just put out more information. Like, we are inundated with information all around us coming from every which way. I really want to help people to implement and move forward. Whatever your goals are, if online courses are one of them, that's why I included those resources over there at jumpfirstacademy.org to help you implement throughout that training. There are case studies as well throughout that training, so you can see how other people have implemented and you can implement right away. Again, free resources and paid resources. I always say paid helps you go faster because you are more invested, okay? So you want the outcome. But check it out for yourself at jumpfirstacademy.org to get started. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.